Like that. Just because you can't help everyone doesn't mean you shouldn't help everyone you can. And that was Steve Keating? I think that's right. I don't know if I got that right, but I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. Oh Lord. Oh, my stomach just grumbled. It just did like this huge moan. Um, yeah, like we shouldn't really worry about a platform like this. And most of us are not doing warm, dry, fed with it. Now, those, you know, who own it, I totally understand, probably keeps you up at night. There's a lot of pieces, moving about. Bruce Van Horn, good morning, sir. Good to see you. I'm looking at the great quotes on Twitter. It's a list that I put together over the last year. Good morning, Leslie. Good to see you. Day by day, what you choose, what you think, and what you do is who you become. That's as old as time. I love that. Day by day, what you choose, what you think, and what you do is who you become. And we do. We think a lot. Not necessarily positive things right now, especially here on Happs. First cup of coffee. Do you find yourself reflecting a lot at this time of the year? It's interesting. Lenny, how are you? Good morning. You're up early. Do you not sleep? Do you sleep like in the day kind of thing? I hope you're okay. In our world, divide and conquer must become divine and empower. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Divine and empower. Yes, I sleep. Depends on what I'm doing and what I'm working on. Okay. A lot of people right now are very stressed. I don't know if you've noticed, but even some of the religious circles that I watch, it's hard right now, Lenny, for a lot of people. They're suffering. They're worried about bills. It's really hard on a lot of people right now. And they want their kids to have a good Christmas. And we've been kind of in this poo patty called COVID for what? Almost 2 years. It's crazy, right? We're all doing our best. Some of us, it's just too much. The biggest wall you've got to climb is the one you build in your mind, right? Really, it's not good. They will go up though. A lot of people used to get the flu too. I do like this one. The biggest wall you've got to climb is the one you build in your mind. Good morning, Vince. How are you? Good to see you. I like that. Vince, aka Beams, good to see you. Do you believe this is true? The biggest wall you climb is the one you build in your mind. I like that. There's a shirt in front of me here they're trying to sell me, and it says, "No more blah, 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 blah." Reminds me of the da, da, da. You might be old if you know that song. So I wonder if we're going to get the music thing anytime soon. Let's have a look here. Present on screen. Do we have anything yet? Coming soon. Coming soon. Well, it's not happening. Chris, good morning, sir. Good to see you. Not sure everyone went over to Twitch. Okay. What's the benefit of Twitch? Because you can be on here and still stream on Twitch. Problem is, though, you're right. You're better to be on Twitch if you want to build Twitch. Because it doesn't link up right. Yeah. Bruce Van Horn. Laney, did you know that part of my living I make on Twitter? Did you know that? That's another. You think this place is crazy. Twitter is a whole different ballgame. So on an average day, I will get 500 mentions from shouts, and then I'll get about 30 to 50 messages. I would say every 2 hours. So I get people very upset with me when I don't answer my messenger on Facebook. It's just by the end of the day, I've had enough of messages, right? It's crazy. Good morning, Carla. Yeah, see, they're talking right now about anxiety disorders because we're in this constant panic, all of us. Yeah. Well, here's the thing with my work. I've probably met at work in the last, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying not to overestimate. 6 years, probably 5,000 people that I've talked to in person. Of the 5,000, maybe 3,000 that I used to talk to daily. So it's a lot of people I know. I'm not going to follow all of them on Facebook. And they get mad because I like to keep that to friends and family. But if you have, I have a belief if someone bothers you enough that you get pissed off, you actually care about them. So, okay, here we go again. Michael J. Smith, panic disorder. This is what I'm seeing all over Twitter right now. People basically not being able to keep it together anymore. One of my favorite people on Twitter is a gentleman. If you are on Twitter, follow him. His name is Bruce Van Horn. And you think I'm positive. Oh my God, he's beautiful. I don't know how he does it. And his network is 10 times mine. Actually, who am I kidding? It might be 100 times mine. If you go to my page, Lenny, it's Michael Bathurst. I have a list called Great Quotes on Twitter. I'll give it to you. And what they do is they do mental health stuff on there, and they do quotes. That's all it is. And they promote books. I won't lie. They promote books a little bit. I can't filter it. But here's one of the things that's in the morning list this morning. So, what we hope ever to do with ease, we must learn first to do with diligence. So, what I have done is I've compiled about 200 people who are influencers who do quotes. And when I first did this, to be honest with you, I didn't think any of these people would ever talk to me. There's just no way. Like some of these individuals. Like here's an example. I'll look up. Okay, let's look up Bruce here. Let's see what Bruce has got. Bruce has got. You ready? 553,000 followers. 500,000 doing love, wisdom, insight, encouragement. Good luck. That is not an easy feat. He's also, I think he's written a couple books. I like his videos, but he's just down to earth. So the whole list that's on here that I have, I look at it every morning, and I start my day that way. And I thought this morning I'll just read some of the positive stuff because, no offense to the people on Happs, but all it is right now, Lenny, is just people spooing. And I did about 4 to 5 hours of that, and you've been doing it. And it's not good for you to just hear negative, 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 negative over and over and over again. Um, so I don't expect you to understand. Just trust that I love you and everything is going according to my plan. And supposedly that's God. I think that's good. I'm going to retweet that. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a little bit of work and I'm leaving something that's somewhat positive. Bashing, yeah. It's hard when you're hurting, though, right? Today is a new day, a fresh start. Breathe, step into it with gratitude and confidence. Well, I don't think many people have a lot of confidence right now. Do I sound okay, Lenny, this morning? Is the microphone okay? Yeah, it comes with it. So, in the other things that I do, like, and please don't take this as I'm smashing you, okay? But what I do on Haps is about 20% of my day. And what I'm seeing on Haps, I'm seeing everywhere. There's work fatigue, right? So many individuals that I love all over the world, people I really respect, are coming unglued. That's the nicest way of saying it. I haven't seen a great deal of positivity lately. And so it's not just Haps, it's everywhere. And we've got people, what I would say, going for the throat and saying things that they're going to regret later. I love this. You have an obligation to be who you were created to be, not what other people think of you. So the opinions of others really don't matter. The opinion you have of yourself is important. And I don't mean like egotistical, crazy, I'm great. Just try to be centered within yourself. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've even done this with karaoke from time to time. If I get to my wit's end, like I can't do it anymore, I just shut it down nicely. And I've had people go, "Where did Michael go?" Because they were so in their own world, they didn't know that I had even left. I am. I'm this morning trying to do something that is just positive. Um, right now, I'm just reading from the list. The list. All right. Let's see who else we got here this morning. I like this. Find a productive non-virtual hobby that keeps you engaged for hours effortlessly. In other words, step away from the computer. I think that's the nicest way. I'm going to put that as I'm going to retweet that. And that's deep thinking. Let's see what else deep thinking has today. Oh, I like this. Watering yourself daily with good books, meditation, and exercise is the best form of self care. So, what are people doing for self care? All about Jesus. How are you? I don't know if you guys know this, but I can read energy and have my whole life. And every time I tune into you, all about Jesus, I get that you're fighting your own battle. You're a sweet person. Yeah, much love to you too. This is good too. Try out something new daily. Make life more interesting. Switch it up, right? Switch it up as much as you can. Right now it's 4 degrees. It's 4:01 here in Toronto, and it is cold. It's a cold 4 degrees. The other thing we're not mentioning, because we switched the clocks back, we're spending more time in dark. And dark is tough. I like this. This is good too. Life is the most difficult exam. Many people fail because they try to copy others, not realizing that everyone has a different question paper. That's good. I think the key is just be the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. Well, when you get our age, Anne, I think you get to a point where you have to be honest with yourself, right? Oh, I like this one. This is good. It's short. Stay in control, maintain discipline. I try. How about you guys? I'll read it again. Stay in control, maintain discipline. Live detached, live peacefully. I like these. They're short and potent. Oh, this should be a great title of a show. You ready? Live and grow with people who radiate positive vibes and pure energy. It's where I wrote that. I drive people crazy with my quotes. Nothing in this world is completely wrong. Even a stop clock is right twice a day. I love that, right? And the thing is, we don't have to be right all the time. Forgive and start anew. How do you feel about that, Lenny? Even the best schools, colleges will just give you education and provide you with the resources. Now it's up to you to utilize those resources and grow at your own pace. Good, good. Because I think what happens, oh man, oh, wow. So in children, I'm just seeing this in my positivity. In children, what happens sometimes is their toes from COVID will go purple and they swell, or their hands will look blistered and swollen. And someone posted that, and I just about threw up my coffee. Oh, I love this. This is a good one. Sometimes it's necessary to alter your way of life and strive for something better, right? Because we get so deeply involved. Nazim, good morning, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Nazim is one of the few people on this platform who's consistently mentally stable. It's so true. I honestly think he's more stable than I am. He's got his shit together. So, my friend, I know you'll be positive. If you want to come up, I've invited you here. I'm still adjusting. So, when you guys are on here, do you feel. Oh, did you hear my stomach? It's growling again. What's the Bambi quote? If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. When you do things from love, not for love, you will live a more happier and peaceful life. These are almost Buddhist, aren't they? Most personal battles are fought on misunderstandings. See, as I get older, I'm realizing that everyone has the right to their opinion. I just don't have to believe it, right? And if I don't like what someone's doing or saying, I don't have to watch what they do. There's so much good out there, but you have to seek it. And I find for all the good that's out there, there's 10 times more dark. So you have to stay focused on the light. I think that's kind of what I said in the title. That is so true. I love that. Most personal battles are fought on misunderstandings. See, and I'm trying. Oh, man, this is. I got to work on this one, Nazim. This is. I swear for me. Choose quality over quantity, and see your life evolve. Choose quality over quantity, and see your life evolve. Respecting others' opinions, but still acting on what you think is best for you, is self-care. And I love that. Self-care. Self-care is not narcissistic. I'm all knowing, all seeing, I'm godly. It's just knowing when to put your foot in the pond and when not to, right? Out of vulnerabilities will come your strength. Sigmund Freud. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. One of my teachers used to say, and it just came to mind, I'm just going to try to explain it to you, and it helps me. Imagine that you tried to stop the tide all over the world from coming in. It would get exhausting, right? If you had the power to stop the tide from coming in all over the world, trying to stop people from being negative or stop them thinking whatever they think of you negatively, positively, it will change like the tide. So one day you can be a hero and the next day you're a zero. So the only person that you should ever worry about is you, because you are the foundation. And I don't mean the boisterous love. I mean just that self-care love that we all need, right? Self-care. I love that. And for a while there, I was playing that music at night. Peace, tranquility, zen, spirituality, meditation, awareness. And I would have people go, "You're not here. You should be addressing our issues." And I was like, "It's not that. It's a moment of being quiet. It's a moment of peace, self-reflection, self-care. You don't need me there." So I stopped because there was more negative than there was positive with it. And it would be things like, well, I can watch this on YouTube, which is true, but you couldn't watch it on Happs. And what I wanted was Happs people to talk with other Happs people. And it was some nights doing that. And other nights it was crazy. The negativity. So I stopped doing it. And then I tried the karaoke for a while and I loved it. It was fun. It was a mess, but we tried it. And more times than not, it ended out, especially at the end of the shows, I don't know why, but it would get ugly. So I don't know if I was running it too long. I'm hoping with this, there'll be less chaos and we'll be able to do it again. But it was a mess when you played it back. But during it, oh my God, it was fun. People laughed and we were crying. Only a few were nasty on here. On there, yeah. It's true, but it's always the few, right? That wreck it. So true. Oh, I like this. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. I like that. Oh, I love this. This is so me. You ready? Success won't come to you if you spend your whole day relaxing and procrastinating. I did that for years. It needs to be earned through intense struggle and effort. And we're all going through that right now, right? Would you agree with that? It needs to be earned through intensive struggle and effort. And we're kind of going through that right now on Happs. And we are at the beginning of this. This is just started. So if you're thinking this is a poo patty now, um, I find it gets a little better every day. I get that we know how to navigate it. We're all learning. The first day was funny, and certain individuals like Linny spent hours helping people every day in the trenches, I call it, trying to help each other. Oh, I have to work on this, okay? Maybe you do too. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, not as you'd like them to be. Yeah. See, the thing is, when I was younger, I thought I had it all figured out. This is the way it should be. This this is how you this is how you get through life, you know? The man I am now would go and talk to the 30-year-old me and probably want to strangle him because everything I did was out of ego. I didn't care. I was a you think I'm a bulldozer now sometimes. Oh my god. Michael at 30 on would lapse would last on Haps about 4 minutes. I'd be in trouble. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Do you know who said that? Okay. I'll just be 1 second, folks. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had a personal call. I didn't want you to hear that, and they sure don't want you to hear it. So that will happen sometimes. Sometimes people will see me on here and go, "Hey, he's on. I can ask him a question." So, and those calls I have to answer. You'll see me do this occasionally too when I have to sneeze or cough or something, right? The old days, I just throw a tune on, go get a coffee, get something to eat. So study, sleep, don't quit, take notes, do your best, get organized, ask questions, set a schedule. Don't multitask. Ooh, don't multitask. That's interesting. Divide your work, discipline yourself, find a study group, remove distractions, keep your study space clean. I like that. Most of those work in life, in anything, right? I love this. I've heard this a million times. If it can't be explained to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Do you know who said that? Albert Einstein. Hmm. Okay, is this true? I'm going to read this to you, and please listen to it, even in the replay. This one's interesting. Ignoring toxic people to protect your mental peace is self-care. Is that true or false? Wow. Some people would say that was rude. I'm going to put that in the comments here. Is that a true statement? I think I can do it like that, right? Walt, how are you? So, Walt, did you hear that? Ignoring toxic people to protect your mental health, your mental peace is self-care. Is that true? I think it is. I think sometimes you got to take care of yourself. And Walt's got it together. Like he'll go for a long walk. If his situation gets crazy, he just leaves it. He's smart. That's I think the nice way to deal with it instead of stepping in the poo patty. Walt's saying, I laugh at toxic people. They don't concern me. That's good. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. That was Plato. It's true. We never know what's going on with people. You only know what they present. There was a boss I had. I really loved him, and he's no longer with us. And I knew something was up, and he was very patient with me. And I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. And he had stage 4 cancer. And he was a man that was large, like me, like a big guy, right? Was well over 200 pounds. And I noticed within about 40 days, he had a drastic weight loss. Like someone deflated him. And he lost 40 pounds. And if you've ever seen someone who's lost 40 pounds too fast, it's like a deflated balloon. And I remember one time I was driving the elevator and he came in and he said, just put the elevator between floors. And he told me. And he asked me not to tell anybody. So I didn't. But you knew that people knew. You could tell by looking at him. He wasn't right. His skin color, everything. And even in the midst of all of that, he was kind and patient and loving. And I know he was in excruciating pain. And whenever I think of my life is tough, I think of that. I think, I don't know tough. And then from the time he told me, I it might have been 6 months and he was gone. He passed. But I think of him often when I'm struggling or I'm pissed off. Probably more when I'm pissed off. I think he had it down. He knew what to do. This is interesting. Your favorite color can be linked to various personality traits and productivity levels in your life. Okay, this is interesting. Let's look at this. It is to me. So, if your favorite color is red, that means you are drawn to excitement, strength, love, and energy. If your favorite color is orange, you are connected to confidence, success, bravery, and your social. My grandfather, okay? My grandfather, he's no longer with us. His name was Al. He loved yellow. And I mean, he loved yellow when nobody loved yellow. Creativity, happiness, warmth, cheer. That was him. Most of the time. He was human. He had his moments. He also loved beer and gin and tonic. But he loved life. I love that. I'll keep this. Creativity, happiness, warmth, and cheer. Walt, you're green? Is that what you said? Okay. nature, healing, freshness, quality. Is that true for you, do you think? Nature for sure. Healing, freshness, quality. If your favorite is blue, trust, peace, loyalty, hmm, hmm, competence. That's interesting. This is interesting too, because many people that I love pink. You just made that up. Sounds so good. No, it's right in front of me here. It's the green part here. Non-believer. I'll show you. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, usually I have slides, right? Can you see that, buddy? You can kind of see it there. There we go. The one that got me is the yellow. That's so my grandpa. Okay. All right. I missed the day of the slides. That'll be soon, right? Okay, we'll put that back. There we go. You got to see my nostrils this morning. Yeah. But green is you, I think, right? Nature, healing, freshness, quality. I like that. Pink. Good morning. Mel, what's your favorite color? Or you can give me your top 2 favorite colors. But if you love pink, compassion, serenity, sophistication, sweet. So it's a weird combination. Okay. So Mel, what's your favorite color? Walt said green for him, and I'll tell you what green was. Nature, healing, freshness, quality. Green and purple are my favorite. So you're like Prince. So if you love purple, royalty, which makes sense, luxury, spirituality, ambition. Interesting. And green, I just said nature, healing, freshness, quality. They don't have burgundy here, but when I was a kid, I loved burgundy, right? And burgundy is kind of red, right? My daughter wears black all the time. You ready? This is what it formality, dramatic, sophistication, security is formulated with black. Brown, this is funny. I went through a period where I wore brown and beige. Dependable, rugged, trustworthy, simple. White, this makes sense. Clean, simplicity, innocent, honest. It's interesting. Well, when we can post photos, we'll put that up there. But that's a cool one. Hi Ramsey. Hey. That's Fraser, right? Hey Fraser, how you doing? What's your favorite color, buddy? If you know your favorite color, tell me. That would be great. See if I can copy this somehow. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Let's just put it in here so I can find it. Color. We'll call it color chart. I'll put Happs so I can find it in the future. Cool. All right. Let's do it that way. Let's go like this. I like that better. Enter. Perfect. That's so weird. They do, don't they? Spooky Mail, I promised. I'm not making it up. So weird. I'm trying to think of what my second favorite. When I was a kid, it was blue. I wore mostly blue, but I think it's because of everybody wore blue jeans, right? But I was always drawn to red and burgundy, and that's excitement, strength, love, energy. That is me. Yeah, it doesn't say shit disturber in there though, or pot stirrer. I think that's what Walt calls me. Stir in the pot. He also calls me the drama queen, but that's another day. All right. For those who just got here, I love this. Be kind for everyone for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. So true. Have you ever seen the shows where they show you how they take the photos of food to make it look beautiful and tasty? Well, they have pancakes and they're actually putting motor oil on them because it looks more delicious with motor oil on it than it does syrup. How about this? If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Mark Twain said that. I've always said the truth is hard enough to keep in order. Walt, are you gracefully getting older? I hope so. Being grateful at times for the ones who are working hard for you. This is a strange one. I don't know if I agree with this one. Being grateful at times for the ones who are working hard for you. I think they meant your well being is necessary. That makes more sense. Just a typo. Ooh, this is good. We should say this to us. This should be a shirt. Let it be your decision, not anyone else's. Got to run for a while. Meeting coming up at 9:30, mate. I totally get it. If you have time later, if I'm still here, I'll be on later too. But I don't want to make this one too long. I just want it to be positive. Okay. But be courageous today, buddy, and start your day being positive if you can. Yeah. See, this reminds me of you, Walt. You ready? What we hope to do with ease, we must first learn to do with diligence. Like, there's another saying that's even more simple. If I do the hard things first, my life becomes easy. Don't wish for your life to be easy. Wish for more skills. That was Jim Rohn. Because we do. And yesterday, I don't know if anybody watched the broadcast, but um, Cran was kind of going a little crazy. And she said, we're not supposed to be coddling each other. We're supposed to struggle. In the struggle is growth. And she was doing it with real fire to the point where people wanted to watch to see if she was going to derail instead of, I think, listening to the message. And I had never seen her like that. So something definitely went down yesterday. I hope she's okay. But her and I have known each other now 3 years, maybe? Yeah. But the broadcast was yesterday. It's worth watching. It's one of the most interesting ones I think I've ever been part of. I barely said a word, which was funny because many people were like, oh my God, Michael's quiet. I felt like she needed to be heard, so I just listened. A dear friend of mine, her name is Lori, wrote this. You don't have to meet people's expectations. You don't have to play a role. The being who you are is everything. It's nice. I'm not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I'm afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. That was Alexander the Great. That's kind of funny. You still juicing? Yeah, I'm still I've lost I've lost 35 pounds, but I've hit a wall. I haven't gained weight and I haven't lost weight lately. Yeah, I'm going to be. It looks like full time soon. Yeah, very soon. Still making my living promoting on Twitter. Um, very been very fortunate with some investments and just it's hard to say. Like this last 20 months has just been wow, total reset. Crazy. For those who don't know this, I had a goal. I don't know what happened to me, but a couple years ago I just stopped doing videos. Um, certain companies will pay you to drive traffic on their sites and they can measure it. And if you get engagement up and they can prove that statistically, that means they can show that to their clients. And they call it organically. So if you can do it organically without paying, exorbitant amount of money through bots, and you can show that it's done through just engagement. So you and I have grown our platform here on Happs by organically talking to people. We haven't manipulated the system or run bots, right? That's kind of what I do in a nutshell. I will also retweet, promote, mention them in shouts, which will bring up their engagement. And a normal day, like I was saying before, I'll have 500 retweets, something like that. It's crazy. So I remember a couple years ago, I forgot to take my notifications off, and it woke me up in the middle of the night. It was about 3 or 4 in the morning, and all I heard was ping, 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 ping. And it woke me, and I knew at that moment that what I had wanted for 10 years, I'd finally had, but it took me 10 years to build it. It's not normal for a Canadian to have, um, yeah, I don't know. I think between the two accounts, I think it's 50,000 followers, and I have engagement with maybe 20,000 of them. So you have some people that have accounts and they have, say, 500,000 followers, but they only engage with 5,000 people. So, but Lenny, you know what? If you work at it, you could make money from it, and it's only going to grow. Some people that I know make money just doing surveys all day, but a lot of companies will pay you to promote them. And so imagine this. Let's say you had 30 companies that you helped, and you got $100 a month from them each. That's 3 grand of income. And then let's say that you had a few channels where you generated anywhere from $200 to $500 from that. Let's say 2 or 3 of those. So a friend of mine that I've known for 10 years, um, he owns a channel. I'm not going to say his channel because he'll get mad at me, but he has subscribers on his channel and they pay him $10 a month. So it's kind of like his own Patreon. He has 25,000 people a month who pay him $10. Do the math. That's one of the things he makes money from. Isn't that insane? So, but it doesn't happen overnight. And that's why I always talk about brand, your branding, your numbers. And it's just growing. Like social media is insane. There's a gentleman, I don't know him very well. I've only ever talked to him a few times, and it's called Van City Life. And he has a dog and he lives in his van. And his first dog was named Disco. and his dog died. And then he has a new dog, and he's known as Cruz, and he used to be a DJ, and he sold everything he owned, moved out of his apartment, had no plan, and lived in his van. He still does. They disclosed the other day what he makes average on an average day. He makes over $500 a day living in his van. And then they broke it down to his merchandise. And they said his merchandise, he makes about $200,000 a year. But he's the only guy I know that if he does a live chat like we're doing right here, I kind of watched one day. I saw him in a half an hour make over $100. It's crazy, but you can tell he hates doing them. He does not like live chats because he'll get trollish people on there who are very mean to him, and I don't think he enjoys that part. And he gets defensive, and I think he's trying to show one side. But if I'll give you the link sometime, but it's called Van City Life. And when I first watched him, I think he had 30 followers. He now has over 200,000 followers. His average video, I think within a day, he has 30,000 people watch his videos. He has some videos, I don't know, there's millions of views, but he also has sponsors for some of the products within his van. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to do it. Now, a lot of the younger contributors that I know, they have coffee companies now because there's big money in coffee. Um, Another individual that I know uh, lives in Panama, loves it, has a place also in the States. They also started from living in their van and just doing the organic engagement every day. So the key is just being on every day and building your brand. But if you're on here and you're being nasty, you'll still get a brand and you'll still have people follow you. But is that the kind of people you want endorsing you? Problem is, once you go into the nasty route, which is great to get numbers, you won't get any corporate sponsors because they don't want to be associated to you. So if you're on just making up stuff, doing fake news, not doing research on what you say, another dear friend who does tech had to take down 5,000 videos because of the language. He was worried that they were going to cancel him. Problem is, on that 5,000 videos that he had, he was making about $100,000 a year from play. So he gave up 100 grand just to stay safe a year. He kept the videos. He still got them. They're archived. And he's hoping that the restrictions will be less, or he can be on a channel long term where he can play this stuff and not be in trouble. But he did a video and he was in tears saying, I'm not going to be able to live the lifestyle I'm accustomed to. And the truth is, he's going to be fine. So, yeah, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes years. Like the one gentleman I was telling you about has the 25,000 subscribers. Um, he's Canadian and he struggled. Like the first 3 to 5 years, he struggled. You all know Queen, right? Freddie Mercury. That band, the first 3 albums, even though they were worldwide smashes, were broke. Absolutely broke after the first 3 albums. Had very little money. Now, they lined the pockets of many executives and agents because they didn't know what they were doing. It's kind of the same in the music business. Hi, Space Gal. How are you? Yeah, so there's many ways to make money from social media. Um, if you can do things where you make money while you're sleeping, you getting ready for bed. Did you work late, Space Gal? Glad you're here. I had a lot of fun on your program the other day. Thank you for bringing me up. Sometimes you get on those programs, though, and you forget where you are. You got to be careful. Oh, I love this. This is a dear friend of mine. Her name's Lori. If no one told you this today, or even if you've never been told, there's always room for one more I love you. That's nice. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lori, for that. That's very sweet. Franco, how you doing? Oh, interesting. That's weird. Synchronicity, Space Gal. There's a guy named, I'll just give you the link. I'll send you the link. But he just posted, he was comparing the sizes of rockets throughout history. And it's really cool. It's a really cool image. I wish we could post it. I'll post it in the future here. I'm gonna copy it. The little boy in me likes this. I have my NASA. I don't know if you can see this. Looks like my NASA shirt on today. I'll save that. I have another friend. He does a good living, and it's on social media as well. But what he does for companies is he'll just do code for you. So he'll come in and fix your code. So basically, if your website isn't running efficiently or if you have bugs, but he doesn't work for anyone. He just works for himself and he gets money per project. And he's doing very well now. He used to work for someone, but once they started dictating the hours he had to work, he quit because he realized that his money was made by being flexible. So he has the ability to do 2 or 3 projects at once. If he worked for someone else, and they even thought for a second he wasn't working 24/7 on their project. So what he did was he would say, look, this will be 30 hours. And he had a couple people say it can't be done in 30 hours. We just paid for over 100. And he said, well, I'll do it in 30. And if you feel bad that you paid me so little, just, I'll quote it at 30, you just pay me 40. And the one employer said, if you can do it in 50 or less, I'll pay you with a bonus. And that happens a lot because they can't believe how efficient he is. But he does a different type of code. And it's more of an old style. But if you guys ever need inspiration, go to Michael Bathurst on Twitter, look up lists. And I have quite a few that are very positive, but my favorite is great quotes. And I needed inspiration this morning. I wanted some positivity. So right now I'm just on my webpage here. And the very first one, it was just posted 21 seconds ago. Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely. See, I think every experience is a lesson, even the painful ones. I have to be careful with some of these what I read before I read them. So I'm reading the first story. Okay, I'm going to paraphrase this one. A toxic trait I used to have was grabbing onto someone's potential while not seeing them for who they actually were. Just because you see the potential in someone does not mean they'll do anything with it. Oh, wow, that is so true. I have so many close friends that have immense potential who are 9 times brighter than I will ever be and are just stuck. But they got the brain power. They're young, they're vital, they got the whole thing, but they're lacking the spark. And then sometimes you'll meet somebody and they don't seem like the sharpest knife in the drawer, but they get the shit done, right? It's so true. And there's so many people with multiple degrees that do nothing with them, that are driving pizza, right? Not that driving pizza is a bad thing, You do what you got to do to pay the bills. But one of my closest friends who does, we just talked about him indirect. He'll know I'm saying. We just hit 444 a couple of minutes ago. That's another amazing number. But he has a couple degrees. None of them happen to do anything with code, and that's where he makes money. Um, the trouble with the rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. That's a Lily Tomlin. That's so true. You have to be, you know, Jim Rohn used to say, "Don't worry about what you do, worry about what you become." So if you take this job, or you date this person, or you spend most of your time doing this, what are you going to become? And the other one he used to say that I loved was, don't have it that they want to work with you. Have it where they have to work with you. That your skill sets are so strong that they can't imagine not having you. And that they're more, and if you look at the really insanely gifted leaders, they're not necessarily great communicators, but they're driven. Like Elon Musk, he's not a great speaker. And I think part of it is because he's thinking about three things at once. His mind is able to do that. But he will accomplish in the next 5 years what 10 men couldn't. So I don't know. I've often thought that, if there ever was someone who was the next level human being in consciousness, it's him. It is him. He's great. Let's see here. Good friend of mine, Gary Loper, if you pronounce it that way. Known him for about 10 years. If you stay in intent, your abilities will soon warrant new prizes, new levels of joy. Eventually, you will reach the top of the mountain. Well, I don't know about you guys, but since COVID, I feel like I go up a hill and it's icy. And I take two steps and I slip it back down. It's not easy. Ah, you think you've seen it? I'll send it to you. I promised it today. I'll send it to you. I'll get it to you somehow. But I love charts like that, and it's just the history of rockets. But if you think about this, let's go back 100 years ago. Okay, that's not that long ago. 1920s. Look at where the technology has gone in 100 years. It's insane. So insane. And some of the vehicles that we're seeing in the sky reported now, many people believe that these things that we deem to be UFOs, we have the technology. We've reversed engineered it. It took us a long time, but we figured it out. Other people believe that what we're seeing up in the sky is us in the future, just visiting us, keeping an eye to see that we're on course. Does anybody know about, how the moon is wobbling, and that wobbling effect is affecting us, our weather? There's a lot of stuff going on. It's crazy. So if you only focus on the tragedy within life, you will lose your mind. There's a lot to be grateful for, but there's also a lot to be concerned about. You could be paralyzed in fear if you worry about it. Yes, someone wrote this. You become a magnet for what you want by simply asking the universe. Do you believe that? By simply asking the universe each and every day for assistance, do you feel like you get it? I do. I always feel like the universe is transpiring, or is favoring my greatest intent. If it's for the good of all, I almost have certainty it will be all right. If I'm doing it out of vanity and, whimsical want, no, no. But if it's actually the highest form of good, I really feel like, it will happen. The other thing that I love, and Garth Brooks used to say this all the time, God's delays are not God's denials. Do you guys believe that? I'm gonna put this in the comments. I love this one, if it'll let me. Okay, here you go. This one is beautiful because it's so true. We attract into our lives what we think about most. Okay, right there. You become a magnet for what you want by simply asking the universe. Yeah. You know what I also miss is the really amazing comments I can't put on the screen. I do miss that. But I do like the quality. I don't know how long I've been on. It's been a while now. And I appreciate everyone who's been on here. If you if you ever want to contact me, put that on there too. Well, thank you. Who gave me that? Hi, Mel. Thank you. Yeah. Mel does a lot of promoting for people on Twitter. Thank you, Lenny. But there are ways of generating income from it. Like I was saying before, there's certain individuals I know. There's a lady that I met a few years ago, and she's in a wheelchair now. And she makes her living doing surveys. And some of these surveys, they pay her, I don't know, $5, $10, $20. But by the end of the day, many a day, she makes more than I do. She's good at it. She's really good at it. Michael, you are a Twitter monster in a good way. I love what Nazim said. Michael, your Twitter puts me to sleep. It's boring. And it is. It's business and it's usually positive stuff. There's very little drama. It's not like Happs. I wonder if that's why I'm drawn to the drama here. I'm stirring the pot sometimes. Um, Intuitive D yesterday gave me a reading and it was amazing. I think Mel was there. It was really good. And it was spot on. All of it was very spot on. Yeah. Yeah, he said that yesterday. He said your Twitter puts people to sleep. And he's right. It is. It's not exciting. But it's not meant to be exciting. It's more a connective thing. It's like making chains. How's your back today? It's good. It was bad though about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I was dealing with emotional stuff. Quite a few people that I love are near the end of their life, and it's really made me self-reflect because I'm almost 60. I'm going to be 59 in April. I was born April 24th. And I had to think about that. Isn't that funny? In 1963. And I might have 11 years of quality life left, maybe, if I'm lucky. And I've seen so many of my friends pass in the last 5 years in their 60s, 66, 68, 67. And anybody who knows me when I was younger, when I was DJing and living the party life, in the 80s, I did some serious damage to myself. I was crazy. I was wild. I love that saying, youth is wasted on the young. Well, I never wasted it. There was no waste. I would love to write a book of my life from 18 to 30. Wow, that would be a great book. I don't know if anybody would believe it, but the people who know me, like knew me then, I guess is a better way of saying it. don't know who this guy is. They don't know. Because I would say a sensation junkie. That's the best way to describe it. There was no way I would have done this. Talking to strangers all over the world by myself, couldn't have done it. No way. No way. Reading spiritual quotes, no way. And there was a psychic lady, I'll tell you, I'll probably end it with this. But there was a psychic lady when I was really young, and I was dating her daughter. And she said to me, "Stay clear of my daughter." She what'd she say? She said, "You are a mouse, and she is a snake, and you know what snakes do to mice." And she said, "Even the best rabbit can get eaten by a snake." And she said this to me, and I was like, "Okay." And she was right. Like she broke my heart. But one of the things she said to me, and I'll never forget it, I was maybe 17, 16, 17, somewhere young, really young, and a little naive in some ways. And she said to me, "I see you in front of computers, and you'll make your living doing that. And you will also be doing your own brand of therapy on air." And I just laughed. I went, "That woman, she's crazy." And she says, "I see you in a room full of computers." And I was like, I didn't even know how to turn a computer on. I was terrified of a computer. And computers then were, oh my God, something that you'd find at the roadside now in 100 pieces. They were like $4,000. And that's when $4,000 was $8,000 now. I was like, there's no way. But it was funny. I think it wasn't. I'm trying to think when she said this to me. I just got to do some quick math here. It was probably 1980. Probably 1980. She told me this. And it wasn't until 2006 I started thinking she might be right. How did she know? And I mean, everything she said is dead on, spot on, including her daughter eating me alive. She pretty much did. But yeah, so, sometimes what people say may be very potent and powerful, and they may have clarity of mind that you don't, or they see your path. Maybe be open to listening. I wish I had listened more. And the other thing, as we leave today, if you could go back, let's say you're in your 40s, or if you're like me and you're in your 50s, late 50s, almost 60. If you were to go back and talk to your 20-year-old self, what would you say to yourself? And the other thing is, too, would your 20-year-old self even listen? It's interesting. It really is. So wherever we are right now, just enjoy it. It's just it's just a step on the staircase. That's all it is. Party on. Party on, Garth. Yeah. So another gentleman I really like is Wise Connector. And here, let's do a couple of his. I did a whole show on him and people got angry with me. I swear to God, they got very angry and it got heated and debated. And I actually posted this questionnaire thing, and oh my Lord, it brought up really intense emotions in people. It was funny. Um, oh, this is nice. Dear younger self, he wrote a note. Loving yourself will become your superpower. I love you. Isn't that awesome? Hmm. I like this. You can't spell awesome without me. That's good. You are smart when you look at criticism as a key learning opportunity. Yeah. If you look at criticism and say, maybe there's an ounce of truth in this, and try to find clarity and maybe do some self reflection for a moment, because we all can improve, right? You are smart when you look at criticism as a key learning opportunity. I love that. I'm going to write that down. Here, let's do that. Well, I'm not going to write it down. I'm going to cut and paste. Okay, let's do this. Let's put it right here. That's a good one. Paste. So later today, I will be on. Of course, we'll have guests and we'll talk to people and see how they feel. Linny, do you want to come up for a sec? Is there anything you want to get off your chest before I go? I can give you like 5-10 minutes, and then I got to start my day. I got to do my other thing. Be kinder to yourself here. I wish I could get Mel to come up occasionally, because Mel has so much to offer. All right, let's put Mel here. Maybe miracles will happen. All right, I've invited Mel, and I'll invite Lenny. She is. Okay. And I have to click the little purple button, and then I'll just see if you guys come in. And if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. That's so funny. Oh, I'm working on this. Be brave enough to walk alone. Many who started with you won't finish with you. Oh, that's so true. I honestly believe that certain individuals are only in your life for a few chapters. And I think that's why marriage fails most times, is because you don't evolve with each other. I've been really blessed. I've been with the same lady for almost 30 years, most of my life. And I've been married twice. First time was 5 years. So I spent a majority of my life being married. I'm backstage. Thank you. There you go. Hello. I
Sorry.
thought I'd give you a couple minutes. You've been listening to me.
No, no, no. I was enjoying listening to hearing, about marriage, and that's great for 30 years.
Yeah.
Too many people give up quickly, or it's too easy to just, I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Um, and then some of us who've always wanted that, we just pick the wrong people. Or,
Well, but sometimes we pick the right person in our development. Even if it's painful, I really believe that we place upon our past certain people, even if it's horrendous.
Mhm.
We need to, like, I would not be who I am without all the pain. And you probably would not be who you are without all the pain.
Yeah, but when's the pain going to end? I'm ready for my happiness. Does that make any sense?
It does. Sometimes you don't get it this life, though. That's the
I
problem.
know. I know.
And
And you sit back and go, wait a minute, I'm nice. I do things. I give to charity. I help
mhm,
people. I do all the things you're supposed to do. And
yeah,
it's like, wait a minute, what am I doing wrong? And I see nasty people, right?
mhm.
That don't do anything right. And they have, what they want. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Well, some people are really good at business, but they're not
Mhm,
good at life. Do you know what I
mhm,
mean by that? They're really phenomenal at attracting money to them,
mhm,
but they can't do relationships. I've had, some of the people I know at my work. Well, one
mhm.
individual I really like, he's been married 4 times.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
Some people can't just be alone either. And the
Oh, it's
saddest part is waking up one day and you've given everything. I'm just speaking of me, and I've seen it
mhm,
with other people too. And now your parents are gone, or your aunts and uncles are
yeah.
gone. You don't have the husband. You don't have the kids you always wanted, like every other girl. And
Thank you, James. Thank you for the award. I think that was for
it's
me. Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
that nice how you can get an award too now? I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
the
cool.
greatest thing.
Yep.
That of all the changes for me, that's the best. And oh,
Yeah.
sorry, and the picture quality. I
Yeah.
am very happy with the picture quality. It's unbelievable. Um, is it? Oh, Bobby, show me the
Oh.
light.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bobby, by the way. Big fan.
Oh, Bobby's nice.
He pops into my life every 2 to 3 months.
I have a
Uh,
question, and I don't know whether I should bring it up or not, but
sure, bring up whatever you want. That's why I brought you up. You can
like
talk about.
I understand the frustration everybody's going through with
Mhm.
the change on here. Hey
Hi,
Tim.
Tim. Thank you.
But I I don't know how to, and I kind of let it out on a broadcast early, kind of
Okay.
lecturing about, you know, I think back to the beginning of Happs and how
Hmm.
when we joined, one of the things I loved the most about it was the owners introducing themselves, the CEO,
Yeah.
Pablo, Peter, Lucia,
Yeah.
all the people involved. Where do you get that on another platform? And they were nice and it was fun. And you
Yeah.
almost, I see why people felt safer because they would come in and take care of a problem if there was, whether it's
Yeah.
a tech issue or you emailed them about something else,
Hmm.
and that to me was special in itself. So
It was
I
rare.
had
That's
it.
rare. That
There
is
it
so
was.
rare.
I don't know of any other platform it's
Yeah.
happened.
No, that's crazy rare and
Mhm.
good. Like I totally agree with you.
Thank
Um,
you.
I don't think the investors will tolerate that
We'll tolerate what?
collaboration like that. It's not considered professional, which is I know I
Well,
love it.
meaning what? My, they're already allowed to come in the room.
They, I've
Yes, I
heard
already asked.
I've heard recently that I don't know if it's real. I'm just telling you what I've heard
I know,
that
but I asked, and
Pablo
I
and
was
Peter are not really allowed to be
mhm.
on air anymore, and they're not really able to engage in
Okay. Well,
comments anymore.
I'm
I've
gonna
heard.
switch that rumor right now
Okay, is
because
that
he
not
did come
real?
into a room,
Yeah.
and I did ask him that.
And you
I
said
didn't
no.
ask him all the thing about going live. I just said I was surprised to see him in the room, especially all the crap that's going on.
Yeah.
And he came in. It was,
You're you're
he
you're
said
hitting
something like
something
he was.
there. What do you
Oh no, I'm
what do
sorry.
you
I
what do you
screamed.
hit?
What else? It's 6 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock.
I'm like in my headphones. It sounds like someone's taken a little
Well, I
hammer
was
and
whacking it.
hit it on a glass bowl, and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't mind me. So he was he came into the chat, and so I'm thinking, well, he's in the chat. How come
so
everybody's running
Deb
around
says
saying,
they're doing an update tomorrow. Did you hear that? Anybody else? Did you hear that?
uh, I didn't hear that about an update, but I know that he said something about he's like, oh, I'm so tired. I finally got through all the emails, and
Oh, I feel
I
for them.
said, oh, I said it's so nice to
His
see
life
you.
must be hell.
Well, yeah, with all the people bitching at him.
Oh yeah. Like
I
think about it.
kind of
It's
let I
probably
let it
10
have it on a
complaints, right? 10
not
complaints.
10, maybe 10,000, the same
Yeah.
thing, and replying to them and whatever else. But
Yeah. I
I
meant
did
like
ask
the
him, I did
ratio. I
ask
meant
him.
yeah.
Let me just finish, okay?
Okay, sure.
I did ask him
Mhm.
if that was true,
Mhm.
and he, of course, he'd already typed something. So I'm like, he's in here. So who's saying they can't be in here? And I said, so Pablo, there's a rumor going around that you and Peter, are not allowed to come in chats anymore, and then he waited a bit because I think he was tired of doing something. He says, "Well, I'm in here, aren't I?" Something. In other words, if they weren't allowed to, they wouldn't be in there. You know what I mean?
It does seem restricted though, hon, a little bit.
But well,
In
again, they don't
comparison.
know. I'll tell you why too. They're so busy right now in getting this platform. I also have it on good authority that
Good.
they're very
Uh,
disappointed in the fact that with all the glitches. Okay, now that's up to whoever put this thing together, whether that's the engineer. I don't know enough about tech to know who put it together.
Yeah,
Very disappointed that it was out with so many glitches.
it happens though. It
But
always
again,
does. It always
I'm just
does.
saying that when you got a
Yeah,
product and you hire people to do it, you want the job done right. Okay,
yeah.
but I'm
The
saying this.
the
Here's the other
problem is
thing.
with this though, there's so many moving pieces. It's insane. And
Yeah,
even
but again, they were disappointed. So I mean, they'll
yeah,
be on the person's butt who's responsible for that. Whatever.
yeah.
And
Lenny, if they could change anything for you,
well, I'm not. I want to finish what I know, if that's okay, because I have been in contact.
okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
give you
I
2
do
minutes on
know.
that. Just don't circle the wagon. Do you know what I
Yeah, I'm
mean?
tired too.
Okay, just say it once. Okay, that's all I ask.
The
Go.
only they're hurt from the reaction of the way people treated the team. And this is what I
Mhm.
started to say. Remember when we first came in, how nice they were? They welcomed everyone. I did a broadcast on this. Maybe if you watch my broadcast, I let it out tonight because I'd have enough. And what was hard for me today was that I get the people and the frustration, but look at it as a new adventure on a new app that's changing. How many times did Twitter change and people were mad? We don't like
Mhm.
this new format. Facebook changed. We don't like
Mm.
this.
Mhm.
It's all ads now. So you do have investors. They need to make money. They need to, if something's not working, they got to change it. It's a business, which I don't think people understand. The platform was not built to for these creators per se to tell them their app now sucks. There's a lot of nasty comments in the Play Store that really should never have been put up there when you just put out a new platform.
Mhm.
And it's the same group of people that are really angry that went and did that. So, what I'm asking people to do is if you are happy here, which a lot of us are, to go to the Play Store, please, and put up some nice reviews because
Mm.
think
It's
about other
awful. It's
things too. I
awful.
gave a really good Russell. They don't deserve it because
It's a good
they
point,
were
Lenny. It's a
so
good point.
nice.
Yeah.
Listen to
Mhm.
my broadcast I did. You get tired of it
Yeah.
after 20 minutes. I kind of put my foot down for myself to get it out of my system. Okay.
Mhm.
And if it helps two, three people, one person to think about their actions and what they did and how they treated them,
Mhm.
then my purpose has been done.
Yay.
Because there's so many things they did that people are not remembering. Like, did they have to give us $50 if we brought over X amount of people? No. Remember how nice that was when
Yes.
they put out challenges and things like that?
Mhm. Mhm.
They didn't have to do that. And they don't really owe you anything. It's a free app. They could turn around and say,
The
okay, we're
but
going to
but
start
but there is a
charging.
point that people have been making.
Hmm.
They put a lot of hours into this, building something, and not to be warned that it was gonna be such a dramatic change, it was disruptive. And even some of the very
They
logical
still would
people
have
who
bitched and complained. That's the kind of personality they have.
I
The thing
e
is, again, when
explain
they
that
put a
part.
lot
That part I didn't understand. Explain what you meant there, that last part.
when you choose to hit a go live button on any app, you're doing it
Mhm.
your own time, your own risk. Unless you're someone that's being paid to
Hi,
do that, which
James.
that doesn't
Hi,
happen
Jess.
either.
Yeah, Jess is
Okay?
here too. Yeah.
So again,
Mhm.
I want people to reverse the situation and think about if they were the ones and this was their app.
Mhm.
And then, they like any company, you got to reevaluate what you're doing. I notice people dropping off and go on some nights, there's nobody
Yeah.
there. How is that good for a business? It's not.
Yeah.
They have visions for what they want to do.
Do you think things are gonna get better, Lenny, or are they gonna get
I'm
worse
worried
before they get
about it
better?
right
Are
now
you worried? Yeah.
because of
I
what
have
they
to give you 1 minute, and then I'm gonna
yeah.
say goodbye, just for a minute
Don't
myself.
dump me, I'll leave on my own. I just wanna say I don't know. I want to stay positive, I will
Mhm.
stay positive. I'm not leaving, and I'm
Good.
very disappointed. You should have seen the party going on in Twitch, and that's okay. They have a right to go to another platform, but
Yeah.
they
Good for them.
ended up and like, "Ha, ha, ha,"
Mhm.
that part I didn't like
Why didn't you like that? Explain that.
because
It feels
it's
like
like acting out like, "Well,
yeah.
we're not gonna," I mean, I'm not saying that they weren't here
JB, do
because
you wanna come
they
up
were
before I
here,
go? I'm only gonna be up like 2, 3
but some
minutes.
of the people that were so aggravated and flipping the bird and everything else were like, "I love it, all the Happs people are coming over here, like, ha, 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 Happs," and I'm worried that they'll go there now and not come here.
Sweet pea, I'll invite you up if you wanna speak your mind here.
No, Leslie, this is my personal opinion, and yes, I did go over there to see what was going on. I
I
had a
didn't see
Twitch
it. I
account
didn't see it.
long before this.
Yeah.
I had a Twitch
I
account
think they
because
have
I had
every
to
right
cover
to
a lot of the
celebrate whatever they
Antifa
want, though, it's
nonsense.
but you're
Well, I
right,
agree.
they'll have
I agree.
consequences, though. Do you agree? There'll be
Mhm.
consequences, yeah. There's always consequences for
Well,
your
I
actions.
just wish that they would just sit back, wait,
Mhm,
have some good authority that and it may not work out, but
mhm.
they're hoping to have a lot of the
All
glitches
about
fixed
Jesus. There you
by
go.
the end of the week. Or if,
Yeah.
unless something else doesn't work.
So, Lainey, it's been
But,
more than 2 minutes. If you can wrap it up in 30
Leslie,
sec
I'm not gonna we set it up. I've already had a Twitch account, okay? So it's not like I just joined Twitch tonight. I've had it for a few years.
Are you
However,
following me, and
I
on
just
there?
no, I really wasn't on Twitch much. Was I was
Okay.
on there when all the
Yeah.
rioting was going on because I had to
Yeah.
be on there. Okay?
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Can you do the 30-second wrap up? Is that
Yes.
possible? Okay.
Just if you go over because
Mhm,
that's where it's good to be or you want to connect it, come back to Haps and stay here too. Try to be supportive through this rough time that Mark and the rest of them and Peter and Pablo did.
mhm.
Let them do their jobs,
Hi,
and
Leslie.
I hope that they will come back and think about how kind they
Okay.
were to
Hi,
all of
sweet pea.
us, okay?
Lenny, yeah,
And
I'm
show them
gonna
some kindness, okay?
say goodbye.
Yep.
Thank you,
Okay.
dear. Bye.
I didn't know if
Okay. Oh my lord. I love her, but she could go on for 10 minutes. How are you? Sweet pea, are you
Oh my
there?
goodness. My it is making some weird thing going
Okay, I see you and I hear you. Yeah.
on. Hang on. I gotta leave and come right back if you can.
Sure.
One
Yeah,
second.
I can wait for you. JB, are you coming up? So sad for these people. Hello from Vancouver. Hi, Rick. How are you? Good to see you, Rick. Jess, always nice to see you. Thank you, Lenny, for your feelings on things. She's passionate. She's so passionate. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Watch her stream. I'm gonna watch the Twitch thing too, and I hope they're enjoying their time. You have every right to diversify. Does everybody agree with that? I think it's safe. Put your toe in as many ponds as you can with social media. I would suggest that. Okay, we're gonna try the sweet pea thing again. A lot of people are frustrated here with the connectivity. Okay, let's see what happens. Dun, dun, dun. I can hear you though, so that's enough. If you want to just speak your mind before we go,
Oh,
can you
shit.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect. Yeah, as
I
long
think
as
it's
you can.
clearing up. Okay. It was
Okay.
very robotic. Like,
Oh,
I don't know what's
robotic,
going on.
like
I just did a
Freakazoid.
broadcast.
Did you? Yay! Yeah, she's really choppy. Wonder if her phone's overheating. Because if your phone overheats, it does that. So I had to end the broadcast yesterday because 3 out of the 4 people were in limbo, and I couldn't bring anybody up, and yeah,
Are you
it was
there?
tough. Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I turned
Yeah.
off my light. Okay. I hear. What is that?
What?
Do you hear that?
No. What do you hear, like a
That's.
fan?
I hear the bowl, the spoon in the bowl thing. Like you didn't kiss Lenny here.
Oh, that's I think you're hearing Lenny. Hi,
I hear.
Lenny. Lenny, we can hear your bowl, I guess, in the room. Isn't that
I hear
weird?
bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
All I can hear
She's
is
eating her ice
spoon.
cream.
Oh God.
Lenny, we can hear your ice cream. I can't hear it, but you can, right? That's neat.
I can. It's weird.
Lenny, say hi to Sweet Pea and see if she can hear you in the room. I wonder if yeah,
I
there's
hear.
some weird. Can you hear her talking?
Oh, somebody else too. Who
No
is that?
way. I don't. It's just me.
Me.
Oh, she might be on another
There-
broadcast and she has no idea that she's on.
There's somebody saying hello, hello.
Really? Is
Is
it
that
Lenny?
I
Who is it? Figure it out. This is fun.
think it's me. Who is
Is
that?
it the voice?
It
It
is.
could be it's the voice, I bet.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's see if we can get the voice up. Was that you saying hello and hitting the spoon?
It was Lenny.
Was it Lenny? Hi, Lenny.
Oh,
You ice cream hitter. I have magical powers. Whoa.
oh,
So,
Don't be mad just because the ice cream is over.
hey, so what's your opinion this morning at 5:22 in the morning?
which one?
Both of you. Who wants to go first? You were here first, Sweet Pea. So let's do it while we and Lenny, please don't hit your ice cream so hard. Okay,
Before
good.
donuts. Which about what?
Whatever you want.
Oh,
You know, if you're upset about people farting in the wind, tell us.
always.
Whatever you want.
A good thing when you're standing behind them.
No, well, my grandma used to say
Or in the
better out
front.
than in. That's
That's
what she
true.
used to say all the time. And I used to say, for who? We did it for years. It was a wonderful thing.
That's true too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want
I
to
mean,
hold
I
that in. It's a lot of pressure.
could go into I guess I could go into the thing, but I don't. I guess I'm
Go
not gonna
ahead.
go.
No, go ahead. Just go and do the thing. That's why we're here. I did the positive thing at the beginning. We did the quotes, and
Yeah,
I want us to address her feelings without being nasty to each other, if we can
we
do
should
that.
be able to do that because we are grown ups, right?
We have a drummer in the room.
We're
Yeah.
adults. We have a drummer of spoons. Yeah, that's
Really?
Lenny.
Is that Lenny? Is she drumming again? Here, let me see if I can
Did
get
you
rid of her.
come on, cats?
I'm booting. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can
You're
bring her
gonna
up and
Here,
just tell her stuff. There, she's gone.
Can't we send her to the drum jail?
The
Uh
drumming
oh.
gel, yeah. Well, she hurt my ears while she was talking to me. She was because I got my
Yeah.
hearing, and it was like ding, and
Hold
I'm
on.
like, whoa, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I
hitting
heard it.
that. She's hitting that ice cream hard. She's fresh.
That's not
Ice cream a
that's
little
not
hard.
okay. They will. Yeah, this will be
Johnny
talked
B.
about
Good's
at
here too. So
union.
no one's saying anything.
Yeah.
We're talking about drumming of ice cream. Is
Yeah,
everybody
okay.
afraid to
So
talk?
okay,
No, I'll say
I will
something.
say okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go, Sweetie Pea?
I can real quick, or you can, either one.
Mm.
Whichever.
You go.
As they said, she could hear it. I was like, what the? Me go? Okay, I was reading what it said.
Yeah,
Okay.
go.
You go, I
Or
go, they
are
go,
you
we
eating
go,
ice
they
cream
go.
also?
Yes.
Me? No, No,
I wish I had some.
Do you?
okay.
What flavor?
We're talking
You
about
know,
ice
I'm a vanilla guy.
Yeah,
I'm
you like it?
innocent.
vanilla bean. We gotta have vanilla bean if we're gonna have vanilla ice cream. Because it's
Mm.
blah if it's not. It's blah. You can't have that. That's blah.
And
Okay.
I like to add some texture to it. So, for example, cardamom cookies. You crush
Cardamom?
them and you put them into
Ew.
the vanilla.
Oh, that don't sound good. Cardamom cookies?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Blazin, how are you,
Oh,
sir?
Hi, Blazing. Yeah,
Good
chocolate
morning,
chip.
sir.
Or like chocolate or something. Okay, so I'll go ahead and make my point real quick. It's not really.
Sure.
I don't want to circle it, so if I go longer, tell me. Okay, 2 minutes.
It's like a shark circling.
Okay. So we were on Ella's broadcast, and we all had said to follow one another on Twitch, and that's what I didn't want Lenny to be upset about, but I don't know how that got to be an upsetting matter when Beardo and Weirdo is going to have a broadcast over there, and if we all follow one another, we can keep up with one another. So that's where that went to. She ended up also joining us with it too. So we all followed one another. It's also a good thing to build social media. You know, you also had said, follow me on Twitch. Everybody's following each other everywhere. So that's what we were doing. It was one big, Twitch kind of thing going on, but it wasn't anything bad.
My God, did you get her drumsticks back?
No, that was me. That was me.
Was it you? Okay.
But it's always a good thing to build your social media platform to keep up with everybody, because some people have left and they are over there. So I did notice
Maybe,
that there were people that was over
maybe
there.
Lenny has hacked the app.
Uh-oh.
Lenny says they're bashing Happs.
No, they were not. If they were, they left. It was after I left, because there wasn't any bashing of Happs in tonight's broadcast that I was in that went to Twitch. So I don't know what happened to that, but I have not seen that.
Hi, Edward. How are you? Good to see you, sir.
Okay, Michael.
Yes,
I don't
go,
know.
sir. I'm being patient. I'm being quiet too.
I feel, as I wrote in the chat, that there
Maybe
is two teams here,
there you go.
and not necessarily that they are playing against each other,
No.
but people are, but it's noticeable, and I think it's a little bit sad that it's, because I feel that it's polarized, but on the other hand, I can also understand that people think, yeah, we don't know really how this will be, so maybe we shouldn't put all egg in one basket.
I agree. I love that.
True. Very true.
Yeah,
It's also
but everybody's truth is different too. Everybody's truth is different. What I
true.
deem to be true and what you deem to be true and what Lenny deems to be true. And I think when Lenny hears certain things, she takes it as bashing and I just take it as banter.
Yeah.
You know,
I never would
some,
want anybody to take what I was saying or what I was involved in as a bad thing, because I would not be involved in a bad thing. I'm on Happs for a reason. I'm on all these
yeah,
different places for a reason, and I wouldn't be involved in anything negative. And I
And
saw it as a way of like connecting with other people to make sure you're connected to them. I mean,
yeah,
what if Haps went down again like they did for one day to fix
right.
something? You'd have a way of connecting with them, and you could
the
broadcast
app,
there. Did
the app is just a tool. It is
yes,
the community.
connection. We're the people. We're the glue that connects
Yeah.
each other to the app.
Are you on your phone right now? If you could both tell me what devices you're using, I'm interested. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I'm
You're
on
on your phone?
I'm
phone.
on a phone.
Yes, you're both on a phone. How has the experience been for you? Because that's kind of what I brought you guys up to do, is just tell me how we're doing with the experience. She's beating someone, I think.
No,
Sweet
that was
pea.
the door. It wasn't bad. It really. If was it loud?
She-
Wow.
it sounded like you threw the bowl at
What?
Lenny. You know,
No.
the bowl that she was racking away doing her drum solo.
Yeah.
I'm still hearing the ringing from when she, because I could hear like it sounded like someone hitting a
Oh,
pipe in my head. This is what
oh
it
my God.
sounded like.
Lenny
I,
has finished her ice cream, and Sweetie Pea is trying to open her ice cream.
I'm not
Yes,
opening this
with a
ice cream
crowbar.
with the
Yeah.
crowbar. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, I'm on my
Can someone
iPhone.
please read Edward's comment, or should I read it?
Yes. Yes, please do. I love that. Edward, it will pass. Yes, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay, hello everyone and good morning. Just dropping by to see and say hi. My thoughts about this Hap situation is this too shall pass. Don't allow the outside of you to affect the tranquility. And it's so true. We talked about this on the broadcast yesterday. No one should ever affect the mood within you, right? You should always have that grounding effect of easy to say, but you control if you're hurt or not by the words, right? As long as someone isn't physically beating you with their ice cream spoon, you're okay.
Right.
Yeah. If they're hitting you with the bowl and the ice cream spoon, then it's different. But right now, we just have differences of opinion, and we're frustrated, and we're missing what we had. But
I think
I
it's
look
all
at
the.
this as a new beginning. I really do. Fun.
I
Sorry,
believe
sweet pea.
it all. No, you're good. I'm sorry. I think it is all the same. All the same things. It's just all of us see different parts of it, and it all
Mm-hmm.
connects like a puzzle. It's all we want all the same things. We all are just having different experiences, which we
Yeah.
did when we first came over to Happs. I mean,
I
it is.
I love Walt. Look what he said. Oh, listening in. Here we go again.
Oh Lord, circling the.
I swear I'm not stirring any pot. I'm being so good.
He
I
really.
even just
I I understand, Walt, because
Yeah,
this is a continuous theme, Michael. Always in your stream, you ask people, and I understand it is in the time also that you ask people. So, what do you think about the changes here? What is good?
today was Shine Light. This one,
Yeah,
it's about shining light, and I read for almost an hour positive quotes but I
oh
also
wow.
wanted people to have an outlet to talk for a few minutes, and that's what we're
yeah,
doing.
I understand that, and I think that is good because this also gives feedback to those in the HAPS team,
Yeah.
so they get more connected to the community, what they think about the different things that they have done, what they have added, and what they have
Are
changed,
you guys
etc.
okay with me getting
So,
a coffee? Can you handle this by yourself,
sure, sure,
JB, for a
absolutely.
second?
So I'm
Okay.
just saying, Michael, it
Yeah,
brings value when you
it,
ask these questions.
Okay, because I thought it was just irritating you, to be honest with you.
No, 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 absolutely
And
not.
and I thought you felt there was no value to this,
No, no,
and
no.
okay,
It
I'll be
was
no.
right
it was
back.
just a little poke.
Get your coffee.
Yeah, get your
I
coffee.
think there's a
Get
good
some
value
get some ice cream,
while you're at it with a bowl and a spoon.
and don't drum in the kitchen.
No drumming, sir.
No drumming.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of value to all of our informations, even if it's negative, even if it's positive. It gives everybody something to look at in
Yeah,
their own perhaps experience. It might, I mean, I don't like to hear the negative, but I don't like, I mean, not to hear some of the things that I might notice that's not working so great on my phone. But I'm going to tell you today, I've had a good experience. I broadcasted. I didn't show my face. I did this, but it worked great this time. Last time, not so great. It
mm,
froze up like it did before. So I'm glad. I'm thankful and grateful. So,
mm.
yay. That's what I'm thinking.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee! Good.
I was actually gonna ask you what was your favorite ice cream, but then you started to talk, and
Oh, go.
then I was gonna ask something else, and now I forgot about it.
Oh
So
no. It'll come. It always does.
yeah, let's hope.
It-
Let's hope.
My favorite ice cream. Let me see. I do like vanilla bean though. It is really good. Just vanilla bean. Just plain
Okay.
artesian vanilla bean. Good stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
What's yours?
Have you had this? I don't know what it's called. It's that, and you have to bake it fast. So you have cold
Mhm.
ice cream, and then you have a dough, so you bake it quick in the oven, so you get it out and it's warm and cold at the same time.
Oh, wow. I've not heard of
Yeah,
that.
it has a special name. My sister, she
That's
served that on her
baked Alaska.
birthday. Yeah, that
Is
was
that it?
really cool.
Hi, Edward. Is it baked Alaska, Lenny said?
Sorry?
And Lenny said in the comments, baked Alaska. Is that what it is?
Yeah, maybe I forgot what it's called, and I don't know if it's the same name in Swedish and in English. Yeah, maybe that's the name. I'm
And they
not
set
really
it on
sure.
fire? Is that what it is? Like it's flamed?
Now it was probably 10 years since I had it. I just remember that it was super tasty. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, I think it was probably some kind of a, I don't know, was it some kind of a butter dough or something? Maybe a
Hmm.
linen dough.
I don't know. Lenny, do you
Yeah.
know? Hi, Swift Beats. Hi, Walt. Hi, Ramsey. Hi, Mel. Say hi to everybody in the chat. Blazing. It won't let
Hello,
me
everybody.
further. James. Jess. Everybody. That makes it pretty general. There you go. Everybody. Cookie dough ice cream. Yeah, that's an idea. It wasn't
Cookie
cookie
dough.
dough ice cream, was it? Like they had pieces
Uh,
of dough in it? But you said it's like a butter dough, right?
yeah, I think that it was so long time ago. I
Hmm.
forgot what it was, but it was baked in, and that was the sensation, that it was warm and cold.
Mint
So,
chocolate chip is good.
and you have to do it quick because you don't want the ice cream to melt.
Oh, yum. That sounds delicious. I'm at breakfast time,
And the
so
same
it's like,
thing, I love warm and cold, like ice cream and a cup of coffee. That's so nice.
oh, wow. I saw one of your broadcasts one time where you took a ride to somewhere and you got a gold something popsicle. It was ice cream dipped in chocolate with something on the outside, and it was a gold. It was called gold something, and
Thank
it
you,
looked
guys.
so good.
Can
We're talking about food,
can I have the dance floor for just 1 minute, and I
of
want you
course.
guys to answer a
Absolutely.
question for me just for a
Yep.
second.
Okay.
Um, I have pressure right now from several people who I talk to off air, and it's different groups, and they're all telling me not to let certain people in the broadcast. So,
Oh no.
so my thing was who they deem to be crazy. Okay, and which is funny. So I said to them, if I didn't let in every person who annoyed someone who someone else thought was crazy, I would be talking to myself and Walt. I
Oh
think it'd
goodness.
be just me and Walt. That might be it. That would be the whole broadcast. We wouldn't be able
That's,
to.
And
I can't
and
agree.
it would be very biased
And it
also.
would not be your broadcast. That's not very fair. I understand what they're saying, but at the same time, you've got to have control of your broadcast and you have to do what you feel is right. And if you
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable having them in, take a little break or something of inviting them in. But if you feel
Oh no,
comfortable,
no. I'm comfortable letting everybody in. Here's the
I,
problem. I have people threatening that they're not going to be my friend anymore.
oh no,
Wow, that's
be a friend.
Yeah, and these are
eh,
people I care about, but I can't play, the judge and the jury. I love diversity of opinions, even if I don't agree. I
It would
want
be
us to be civil, right?
right.
this feels like a Trump Biden election. If you have to
It does.
choose side, I think
Well,
everyone has a voice, and
hmm,
everyone should be allowed to be heard.
yeah.
I agree. So if they were your friends, they would not tell you in the first place. I'm gonna tell you what my mom and my dad would have told me.
Lenny,
It,
it's like 30 people I'm not allowed to follow. This is what people are telling me every
wow.
day. And I have
No,
people literally calling me while I'm at work, almost in tears, saying that this person said this and this person said that, and how dare you do that? And you're not respecting me. And I'm like, I
are we
didn't
adults?
agree. I didn't agree. I
Oh god.
just I let them have an opinion. One of the people they were upset with was JB, and I said, I'm not getting rid of JB. Sorry,
Oh,
not
thanks.
happening. And he's happens to be
Wow.
right here. I don't know.
Wow.
You're like me. We're bold.
Well,
I've been
that's
called
good.
pompous and an asshole and what's the other one? The other the
Mm.
Hap bus run you over, can't be
Oh,
trusted. Piece
so
of
sorry.
Michael,
Okay,
yeah,
Michael, my goodness, Michael,
yeah,
I just want to say one thing.
yeah.
When I have been in the stream, I have tried to be,
Civil
yes,
and
civil
kind.
and toned down,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
much more now than several months ago.
Oh, I agree. You're JB on a governor, if anybody knows what that means.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if we had full throttle JB, we'd have bloodshed. You know, it's
So someone said to me today or yesterday, because now it's a new day here in Sweden.
Mhm.
So that when people came into my stream and started to talk about the platform and if they were negative and that I didn't stick to that, and I just try to be neutral and just listen to what people said, and because I feel that this is so infected among some people, so
Yeah.
I think it's better
JB,
just
I've really grown to
to
like
hope,
you. I've really
and
grown to like
we
you.
have to wait and see how what will happen and how this will develop.
But nobody should have the right to tell another person who they can have in their broadcast. Period.
Right.
Mm, that's
No
Never.
right.
one no one should have the right, in my opinion. It's just
In
my
my
opinion, right? No one should have
Mm.
the right to disrupt someone's life because someone hurt their feelings. They're
exactly.
just
Michael,
words. Go ahead.
may I ask, what was it that they had against when I
You?
was, yeah,
You?
in your
Same
being?
thing. Same thing they have against me. We're overconfident. We're pompous. What's the other ones I've been called? You know, all knowing, all seeing.
I
You know,
appreciate
Wow.
both.
not
So
since Moses came down the mountain has there been a man such as JB. That kind of thing.
when
You
there's
know what I
people
mean?
like
Yeah,
y'all,
yeah.
know where you
So, but I'm
I
hated.
can
I am
imagine that some are
absolutely hated
irritated.
on here. You have no idea the hatred, the people,
oh well.
the
Michael,
stuff they
I
say
can
to me.
imagine, Michael, I
Oh
can imagine that some are get annoyed or triggered when I am involved in a religious discussion, but I have difficulty to imagine that someone is irritated at me due to what I've said about the
Yeah.
app, whether it's positive or negative, because I see both
I think we're
sides.
super annoying together. I think we're an overdose of testosterone and I think and we do and if you think about it, we do get a lot of big personalities on here.
yes.
So we do.
Very
Come on, let's be real. And we
look at them all.
bulldoze each other. We bulldoze each other a lot and laugh about it because we like each other. But I think
And it's
people watch that and go, "These guys are nuts." But they want to see what we're doing
My,
too.
my,
yes, because
Michael,
it's entertaining.
Michael, it feels like I have gone through some kind of a transgender lately. So there's not so much testosterone here.
Really? You left it in the ice cream bowl? Is that what happened?
Yeah, something like that.
So I feel like we're getting off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not
You
just
want to
you.
know
Like,
what?
so what do I do? Do I not? I
Don't
ban everybody. I ban 30 people I care about because like I can't
don't
do
ban
it.
'em.
So
No.
Michael,
I've
Michael,
been
be yourself, Michael.
Yes.
I do, and I get
That is
slammed
the
on it. I just
only
wanted the
right
opinion
thing
on
to
this.
do. You have to be
And I thought,
fair to yourself, because if we
yeah,
are not fair to ourselves, then we lose our integrity. And
Right.
if we
I'm
that's
trying to
lose
be fair to
our
everyone though.
integrity,
That's I think my
then we
problem.
become hypocrites.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
we should have
You're
free
so-
speech as long as it's not hate. Does
yes,
that seem
that's
right?
yes.
As long as it's not hateful and we're not trying
And
my
we're not
fear is I'm gonna have a
better.
broadcast where someone pushes someone so badly that they think of taking their life or
No,
they do
don't.
something stupid,
Mm-mm.
right?
Michael,
So
Michael, read the comment there. Is it right to lose 1 or 30? I don't know if that is targeted towards me or I don't
Well,
I
nothing's
don't know.
targeted to, see, we
No.
don't feed the
Like one
fire.
oh,
Don't feed the fire. If you're near a fire, don't put gasoline on it.
that's true.
putting out fire with gasoline. That was a good
Yeah,
song. David
yeah,
Bowie, Cat
yeah,
People.
yeah. I tried that. It didn't work. You
What
know,
No,
was
if
with
I put
Michael?
more liquid on it, it'll
I think
stop.
yeah.
No, it just didn't. And even when it rained, there was so much fuel on there, it
Michael
kept going.
in the bowl.
It,
Michael,
it
you
takes
circle in the bowl.
dynamite
You are dynamite, buddy.
to
Pure
blow it
dynamite.
out.
What,
That that that's what
why
what they
does that
do
sound like a bowel
when the
thing?
oil
Just be
fields are
careful.
burning.
Because that's what you say. You say that to some people. You're circling the bowl, or you're circling back around, or something. I don't know. I just had to say that because it was perfect timing of saying it. I thought it meant like you're circling back around, or whatever it was.
Well, all about Jesus. All about Jesus. Just
He's
put a
awesome.
little heart to the voice.
He's awesome.
Swift Beats, we love you. You know I love you, Sweet Beats. Do you want to come up for a second? Do you
Swift,
have room
come.
for one more?
You were
Um,
asking what we were on. Let me tell you real quick. I'm on my mobile phone, same as what
mhm.
I have been on, where I was freezing every time. Where I had to like leave your broadcast by shutting it down right before they did the update.
Thank you, Edward.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So
So,
before I go, does
oh,
anybody want to come up and want to rebuttal? I honestly, that's the only thing that's been stressing me out lately a little bit is
oh,
the emotions are running so high, and I've got so many people telling me that I can't, if I have a conscience at all, I can't have this person in, and I can't have that person in. And I nicely said to these individuals, I said, I can't start that because I'll be alone in a room by myself.
eventually you will.
Mm.
If you
Yeah,
listen to them, you will be by yourself eventually. Is that what they want? You to be by
I
yourself,
think
or
they do.
oh,
It'll just be JB and I, the testosterone run, you know?
that, or they're going to tell you, hey, you can only have this person or this person. Are you going to
Yeah.
listen to who your guest can be on your show? That's not right.
Michael,
I feel like,
I have to take off my dress if there's
okay,
gonna be some action.
okay, okay. Well, you know what?
I actually thought of having a similar show like you, and
Yeah.
it was going to
What
be
is my
some
show?
edge to it, but I think I would trigger people so they would go bananas. So I tried to be a little
Is
bit
that a
more
pun
low
on
key.
words? Is that a pun on words there, like Milton Banana? Is that what
But
are you doing?
Michael's
He's always
300 plus days of
he,
this, of
he's poking
working it.
he's poking the bear. Do you see? He's clever.
He-
I'll give him that.
Yep. But you've 300 plus days of working this out from the very, very beginning.
Oh yeah, because I love people.
Figuring it. Yes. And you've
I,
been great.
I I genuinely love people.
There's been things that you've had learning curves, I'm sure, on.
Oh yeah, and you've come in and tried
I
to put me back.
felt.
I was really mad the other night.
Was you?
I was
I've
really
not been
mad the other night because I felt like
on.
we don't have we shouldn't slam people because they have a difference of opinion. It really bothered me. I was starting to heat, and I love Randy. Randy knows me well, and
Yeah.
Randy was like, "You need to stop saying mean things about Joseph." And I was defending Joseph that this is just wrong.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's
Poor
funny.
Joseph. And then he called me passive aggressive and all this other stuff. And yeah,
He's a mess. Randy is so
and I
funny.
love him though because he's good at keeping me grounded. And
Yeah.
Helen, when I get off topic, Helen will come in and zing me. And JB tries to, but JB and I we're very similar, believe it or not. And we have fun. Like I can't explain it. The best way to do it is like this. Okay, so if you have energy like we do in our broadcasts, say we got like Tony D in, right,
Mhm.
or we have James in, we have JB, and we even have Edward, and Edward puts up with me, thank God. But the energy will do this,
Yeah.
and then it's just more and more crazy and more crazy, and then we're all talking over each other, and we're laughing, and none of it is good content.
Oh
but
no.
but I, but I think it's a release.
It is.
I think
It
it's a
really does.
release.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Swifties. I'm not doing well here. I miss being able to go in the comment and clicking to let someone up. This is a bit of a pain in the you know what.
Huh? Oh, Milton said you mentioned me. Are you inviting me?
I can invite one. I can.
I can leave and
No,
somebody.
don't leave. No, just stay. You're the only sane one here. So there you go.
No, no. I,
We
I
have
don't
to
know.
have some form of sanity. We can't just have insanity. I can't
Oh no.
bear it at 5:51 in the morning. You're a grounding force for me. JB
Oh,
just makes me
Lord.
laugh. We have
So
fun.
we are bringing in banana to the ice cream. That is a
Banana.
good combination. Have you
Where we
tried
know
that?
where
You
where we're
fry
bringing
the
Swift beats. Swift
banana
beats.
in butter, and then you add a little syrup
Ooh,
to it.
yeah.
That was and
Banana.
serve it with
Beep
vanilla
beep beep
ice
beep.
cream.
Now I
That
know.
was something
Uh,
that
Banana.
you
Beep
had
beep beep.
during the 80s.
It's a banana.
Banana.
Yeah,
Beep
but
beep 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 beep. Banana. Puppy. Do you guys know
oh,
that?
yes, yes.
Sesame Street, isn't it? But it's from something else as well.
Phenomenon.
Banana. Banana. Banana.
It was.
So what did you guys talk about while we sang?
We were talking about ice cream.
Ice cream, people
I
being in the broadcast when they shouldn't be. It was wonderful. Swift Beats is in the house. How are you, sir?
have
I
to.
was about to say something
Hey,
regarding this app, but I forgot it now. So
Well, Swift Beats should have the dance floor for a minute. How are you,
Yeah.
sir?
I'm all right.
Tell
Thank
us
you
what's
for
going on.
inviting me.
Anytime, you know that.
Hi, everyone.
I
hello,
swear.
everybody. Hello.
What's your opinion on the craziness that we've been saying? Or not craziness?
All I'm going to say is this: we're all humans, and
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, we're not perfect, and everyone's like got something, or I don't know, an issue, or
Yeah.
they're too overspoken, outspoken,
Mm-hmm.
loud, m- anything, and
That
sometimes we
sounds
don't
like
realize
me.
this as
That's good.
human beings. But the friends that are gonna stick with you, that are your realest friends, they're always
Mm-hmm.
gonna be there. The ones that are just gonna be, they don't mean anything, they're just gonna go. So let them go. It's more their problem, not your problem. You shouldn't focus on the problems, you should focus on the solutions. A lot of people focus on problems more than the solutions. And this is why, like, look at climate change. We're just saying, you know, let's fix it, but what are we doing? We're building pollution by doing all these polluting kind of vehicles and factories. Like, where's the solution? We have to think, focus on that. Switch gears, people.
Well said.
So, Swift Beats, have you been on enough to give us an opinion of the new Happs?
Not as much, but all I can say is the mobile app for Android, it kicks you out. So that's why I keep leaving the room. It's not because I want to leave the room. It's actually the app itself kicks people out. And there's a lot of bugs on the mobile devices
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of bugs on the desktop as well. So just letting you guys know that. So don't think I just left the room because I left. It's because the app actually kicks you out automatically. It
Okay.
blanks out. I don't know how it does it, but like I'm in this, I'm talking to you while I'm talking, bam, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gone. But to you guys, it looks like I just left the room.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Well, no,
Elvis
they
has
no,
left
they
the room.
think I flushed you. That's because I'm the Russian flush man. So they assume when someone leaves, they goes, "Oh, they pissed off Michael." Click. Yeah, yeah. So they
I
won't
just wanna
blame you.
address some. I just want to
Sure,
address
address
something.
whatever you want. Go.
I'll use my dad as as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes his opinions and his what he says to me, I didn't agree with it, and sometimes I used to get annoyed when he used to tell me do this, do that. Like as sometimes as we're children or whatever sons
Mm-hmm.
would do. But as you grow up and you become mature and wiser, you understand from his perspective and his viewpoint and his opinion. Then you like kind of it makes sense, and then from there you think I could have handled things differently and said something differently. So that's why I'm saying, guys and girls, that if you don't like the certain individuals that are in this room, including myself, JB, Sweet Pete, Leslie, Michael, whoever, yeah, just think about how your words impact your universe and you as an individual, because you don't want to be alone and not have any friends like that. You want to have friends, you want to have good people around you. So just be mindful of that.
Well
Well
said.
said. Well said. Yeah.
Because they're gonna be people that are gonna have different opinions. Like JB's got a different opinion to me. Leslie's got a different opinion to me. Michael's got a different opinion to me, and we can touch any topic: religion, politics, everything. I do,
Right.
I drive the car on the right side. You guys drive it on the left in America or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
how are you gonna win? How are we gonna win? That's the problem. Instead of fighting, showing and trying to make it raise that, oh, I'm Muslim and I'm brown and Pakistani. You're white and American and Christian. Let's find solutions. God damn it! Like, this is what human beings about. We're intelligent creatures. We're not ants.
that's so true. I spoke to my mom about this whole thing and about how everybody has difference of opinion and this and that and stuff, and how we have broadcasts about this. So explaining, all of Happs and stuff to her. And she said, well, everybody has a right to their own opinion. As long as you come together at the end of the day and respect each other's opinion and go on about your business, basically, then why can't we all just get along and respect each other, hear each other out, and then move along? You know, hear
People
each
won't
other.
agree with you, sweet Leslie,
Oh no,
and Michael and JB and myself. But don't let it don't dictate just because a few individuals disagree with you.
right.
Do what's right in your case.
JB, did you want to say something? Go ahead for a second. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeeves.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Sorry, Jeff.
I do love that, Swift Beats, that people who love you can, when you're in the chat, they can donate coin to you, which is great. I think that's the best thing that's come out of this, is everybody
Yeah.
can get paid when they're in another scope. Sorry, not a scope. What do we call these broadcasts, I guess?
I like
Broadcast.
Yeah.
I like how you can individually give it to the guests as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And if
And
you're really upset with the host, you can give it to everybody else except the host. It gives you that freedom. Oh, it's true though. Think about it.
yeah, true.
You could go in a room, there's 4 people, and you give mega awards to 3 people, and you can snub the one. It gives you power. You are
Could I,
empowered.
Michael, could I ask you a question if you don't mind?
Was I
It's a
dropped on my
positive
head
one.
as a child? Yes. Go ahead.
No, it's a positive one. Um,
Okay.
if there was one quote that really resonates with you and is relatable, that is positive and
Uh-huh.
inspiring, I want to go around through like each of yous and just hear your quotes, and that's basically
Yeah.
what I want to do.
For me, no matter what you do in life, always first say to yourself, if I take this job, not what am I going to make, but what am I going to become by doing this job? Like, where is it going to catapult me in 5 years? So always be aware of the actions that you have, and always be a student. Always be willing to learn. That's my quote. There you go.
I love that.
Thank
I
you.
think we should have the philosophical hour as a standing program.
Alexa, stop. Okay. 6
Go on,
o'clock alarm went
go
off. I
on, the
don't want to wake
voice.
up my wife. What's that?
I was asking what the voice was saying before you
I,
said Alexa stop.
She had
I,
I set an alarm, and it was going to wake up my wife. So luckily, I'm here. I don't have to get up, which is nice. But they listen to everything. That's another show, by the way. Yeah,
That's why I took it off.
I've had some
I
strange
said
stuff
we should
happen.
have this. I said we should have the philosophical hour as a standing program every week because that's the vibe I get a little bit. And I think that is also how you are tuned, Michael.
Yeah, but the problem is we
You're
talk about ice cream
philosophical.
and smashing spoons and banana puppy.
Yeah.
It's like it never stays on course. And poor Colin wants to do programming like that, but we don't last a minute. It just becomes
Because
silly.
it's never wrong to bring in the drummer sometimes.
You got to change the vibe every now and again. You gotta
You
have
gotta
Yeah,
lift the spirit.
you got
yeah,
to hit that spoon
you
against the
got to hit the
bowl.
Yeah.
Hit that spoon.
spoon. And
Hit it
all
hard.
the too. Where's the lure man been? We ain't even seen him.
You know who I miss, Vaughn,
Yes, me
and I
too.
miss Bronx Viking, and I miss so many
So
people who
many.
used to be. Yeah, Bannerman's no longer with us. I've noticed certain individuals have come
He's
back.
on Clubhouse.
Is
Bannerman
he?
is.
Oh,
Clubhouse?
good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good. Because I might.
Reach out to him. I think he'd like to.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
lost his mom.
yeah. Well,
Or something.
I think him and Haps had a battle. I know he was at one
Yeah.
point ready to kill me. He really was. He was not happy with me. I know that. But it's we go in cycles on here.
We do.
It is. We say mean things sometimes, and we shouldn't. And I think we should need to be very careful with the words we use, especially near Christmas, because people
Also,
are
I
super
think
sensitive.
I think we need to address the issue and solutions and find a solution to make peace and clear the air instead of just
Yeah, I like
going
that.
back and forth. That's what I'm
I
gonna say.
totally agree. Absolutely. Is it okay if I end it here, guys? Is that okay with
Absolutely.
you? Oh,
Absolutely.
oh, wait, Blazer wants to get up. Okay, I can do that for a sec. I don't want people to feel like I ever snub them. The problem is you can be up here for days. But
Thank you again, Michael. I'm gonna drop down. Yeah. Thank you very
no,
much.
you don't have
Nice
to.
speaking to you.
I'd love for you to stay. If you want to leave, great, but you don't have to leave. I'm really enjoying you being here. If you wants to know the truth. But if you want to go, go. But if you don't like to stay, please stay because I always enjoy your company, and that's the truth. I
Thank
find
you. I
you're
respect.
I find you very grounding for me. I need more people like Swift Beats.
Thank you.
Yeah. So do whatever you wish. If you need to leave, leave. If you want to stay, stay. We can have 4 people on here, so there's no problem. The only thing that's been frustrating is sometimes people stay in the broadcast and you can't get rid of them, so you can't invite anybody else up.
Michael, I don't believe that. I've been flushed several times.
No, but I mean, even if I flush you, guess what happens? You're still in the room. We still, I Oh, Swift Beats left. He had enough of the flush. He flushed himself. I will flush myself before you flush me. That's what he'd probably say. Blazin, I gave you an invite. Does Banana now want to come up for a second too? Now that we have a spot.
Michael, do you have some gold nuggets that you want to drop to the audience here?
I did that for about almost an hour at the beginning. The nuggets are gone. It's
So, as long as we are a part of this community,
yes.
spending time together, I think
Mm-hmm.
we should try to cherish this moment because we don't know how long it will last.
Oh, that's so true.
So, enjoy life while it's still worth living.
Yes. Yes. And hold close the people you love. Show them deep
Hug,
respect.
hug each other.
Hug each other. Virtual hug, all of us. There you go.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel safe, wear your mask as you hug me virtually. There you go. It all works. It all works here. Blaze and I invited you.
Ed
You said,
wrote something. Life is extremely short. We shouldn't allow things or
mhm.
situations change our tranquility. Peace is a value.
Do you
Definitely.
remember the song "Life Is a Highway"? I'm gonna ride it all night long. Do you remember that? No. Okay. So
No.
it was a hit twice. Went number one
Okay.
twice too. Does anybody know one of the artists that it went number one with?
Now you're
Tom.
echoing.
I don't know. Tom Cochran was the first one. Is it echoing on your side, guys?
And now it's good. I don't know.
Now it's good.
I thought maybe someone came up. in the backdrop.
Maybe they're trying to. Oh, it's Milton trying to get up. You could feel his powerful energy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
There you go. If you see him in the backstage, just tell me. There he is. Hello, sir. How are you? Can you hear us? We see you. Yeah, we see you. We're enjoying you.
I don't see Milton. It feels like it's the Holy Spirit I'm talking to. Hello,
Yeah,
Milton. There you are.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a bit. And we also have Sweet Pea back. Hi, Sweet Pea.
Oh,
JB.
Sweet is still here. Nice.
Yeah, she got dropped. I think Happs flushed her. I didn't flush you, hon. Or did you have to leave? When you had to go
I
get
had-
a bowl of ice cream, and that was it.
Hi, Milton. Yep, that's it.
Milton, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I crashed out for a little bit and woke up, and there you were.
Yeah. Well, I think this broadcast we've been on for a couple hours now. Easy. So it just keeps riding on. But it's become the Happs format, I think, of let's talk about our feelings in the morning or the night. Yeah, are you showing us your shirt? Is that what you were doing?
No,
there?
my hand just dropped down briefly.
Oh, good.
I
Do you
miss
have
her.
anything you want to share about the Happs experience the last what is it, 6 days now, guys? Is it 6 or 7? Are they
7, I think 7.
yeah.
Well, some people count that first day, which was really not a whole day, but so
right.
probably 6.5.
Yeah.
Are you gonna change the statistics now, Milton?
Of course. Why not?
I have
nice.
to go back to my calendar then and correct it.
It's
But
all
that's
for
okay.
Are things
My,
getting better or are they getting worse for you, Milton, on here?
For me, it's fine. I never try to get too sensitive about small things like this. By small
Yeah.
things.
For me, you're crystal clear. It's just your voice keeps breaking.
Okay, I promised you I'd get headphones, and I need to. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you put maybe your thumb over the microphone?
That might be something. Yes.
Do you have a case on your phone? That might be it too.
Yeah, I do have a case. Yes.
That might be it.
No, I think what it is, I think sometimes I put, like when I'm talking to my wife, sometimes she'll move the phone away from her mouth and she's marbled, and I think that's probably what I do.
Okay. Yeah.
So was that clear?
Sweet Pea, do you have any final thoughts? Anyone?
Yes, I was
Thanks
gonna say,
again for your help, Swift Beats. Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Swift Beats really tries to help people. He's very kind when it comes to his sharing of expertise on computer stuff. He's really good.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I do miss your morning, like the videos and stuff.
Oh, so do I. I miss it too.
I just miss watching them and stuff. Like
All
I
the
guess I
people.
could go
Yeah,
back.
I miss the beast mode ones.
Oh yes, I need them for
Get up!
inspiration. Like yell at you, and, like keep
Yeah.
going.
Your
I can't
mommy.
listen
What's
to
that?
'em.
Your mommy ain't gonna help you.
So Michael, do you are they going to be bringing that back, or what? What do you think?
They said when you and JB can be civil to each other, then they'll consider having photos again. But until that gets fixed,
Milton and I are like banana and ice cream.
yeah,
Goes together
And that's good.
very well
yeah,
And
with
with
whipped
a cup
cream,
of coffee.
with a cherry on top.
homemade. Yeah, you gotta have homemade banana ice cream. That's the best. Homemade.
I'm coming. Just tell me when.
Okay.
Well, JB are perfect together, except for when I watch him make coffee. Besides that, we're great.
Mm.
Oh.
Someone said something really nice about JB the other day. I think it was Vanita. She was actually defending you in a broadcast. It was wonderful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. She also came on one day and started preaching being kind to each other. It was amazing. It was like she did her ministry from her car. I loved it. I needed it,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I think
before we go, can everybody recommend 2 or 3 people to follow on Happs? And then I gotta go. I really do.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know. Go ahead, everybody else, because everybody's kind of not been broadcasting. I've not been able to
Hmm.
find it.
Do you
People.
want me to start? I'll do one. Edward, for sure. Edward always has solid uh,
Oh yeah.
content. I find him very uplifting. Um,
DJ DDK or Brian
oh
Dibs,
yeah, yeah. Good choice. Very good choice there. I know he's been frustrated with the sound thing.
but patient. Very, very, very patient.
Yeah, he bites his lip. You can tell. He's very good that way. I need to
Yeah.
learn from him. Milton,
Me
have you thought of someone?
Yeah, I enjoy Lenny.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, Lenny. If you're there, feel the love
Yeah.
emanating from
Johnny.
the innermost being
Yeah.
of Mister Banana.
Now I enjoy Lenny, but that JB guy I just can't stand.
JB, yeah.
I think there is so many fantastic personalities
Hmm.
on this app, so it wouldn't be fair to pick someone. So my advice is,
Hmm.
instead of repeating names that we already know and
Hmm.
that we already have discovered, that
Hmm.
is to try to discover new people that
Yeah,
hasn't been in the spotlight.
yeah.
Yep.
What's that button? The random button. That's kind of
Yeah.
neat. That one.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't share his opinion on this. I feel like I couldn't do it without Sweet Pea, and I couldn't do it without Mel. Mel and Sweet Pea
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Joy, and they are the foundation of my sanity when I'm on here.
Oh,
So
I
thank you.
love. Oh,
Yeah,
thank.
and your
I'm glad.
mom now, and your mom because
Yeah.
she made you. That was a great broadcast, by the way. What did she
She
say to
loved
you
it.
after?
She
And
loved it.
Colin was being rude. Oh my god.
Our mom would be great on here, but there was some words, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm thinking, "Oh, I want to crawl under the table," because
Well,
I
I
don't
had to
like.
say to Colin, I said, "Look, her mom is here." And he went,
Yes,
"Oh, oh."
it was hilarious, but it was great. I mean, she really enjoyed it. She really did. But I
Yeah,
love it. That's why I mean it's the same. If anybody would give a social media platform a chance, they would see the same thing as I do. It's like connection with others, and
yeah.
you learn from so many different people, different things you would
Hi,
never know
Bernie. Hi, Johnny
like
B.
about
Yeah.
other people, and just different things in different parts of the world, different parts of the
Hmm.
country. I've learned so much. And so I'm grateful for that, for the experience of Haps and all the people, and then before that, Periscope. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice that you brought up Periscope. Milton, how do you feel about when people tell you not to follow certain individuals? How do you deal with that?
I've never had anybody tell me that. Um,
You're blessed.
but what now?
You're blessed. You're very blessed.
Yeah, I've never had anybody tell me that. But you know, uh, yeah,
You
I
bring
think
up the hockey stick.
I think people censoring is something that is cancel culture, different things along those lines. That
Hmm.
I think we live in an age where people like surround themselves with nothing but a positive echo chamber, where all they hear is their particular point of view.
Mm.
Um, and and I don't mean this to sound crass or whatever, but I heard a statement the other day, and they said, "Be careful when someone says they know what God wants, because it's generally what they want." And
Mm.
and the thing is, I think that when all we do is surround ourselves with people who agree with us, then we're only fooling ourselves.
Yeah, you don't want yes men. JB, do you have a final word
Yeah.
before we go?
Yes, I agree with Milton. And I would say fundamentalism creates intolerance. So we need to be open to people. And we don't need to have the same opinion, but we need to understand each other, and then we can respect each other,
I
and then
love
we have
that.
a more peaceful world.
Yeah. Bernie, I love that you've been broadcasting. Thank you. I've really enjoyed your broadcast. He's been on quite a bit lately. So since the new app has been up, I've seen more of him than I think I've seen in the last 6 months. So that's great. It's nice seeing you.
And I
And I'm also
also would like to thank the people in the chat that I haven't, because I didn't want to disturb when you were talking, and so I haven't ignored you in the chat. So
well, you know
Oh,
what? I thought you said I thought you
shack.
said the shack.
I thought
I
so
I
too.
I thought you I thought you had a
Mikey,
group of people
speak
living in
for
a shack next to your house or something. The
I
people
thought
I've
my
I thought,
chained up in my shack. Thank you for being there. I will feed you soon.
sorry. I thought you
Okay.
said Michael did throw me.
I said, did he say shack? I went, okay, all right, okay.
ice
I'm
cream.
sorry, JB. I'm
It's
sorry,
coming.
JB.
yeah, he has people chained up in the shack, and the torturers had to listen to us. No,
It reminds me of the Love Shack, baby. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was
That's great.
yeah.
thinking of that.
All right, take
radio.
care, folks.
Wonderful. And good night or good
Okay,
morning.
thank you, Michael.
Take care.